That's what we're going to talk about now.
So we can talk about what we did.
You have green in your hair?
No.
I don't think that really matters.
Well, it does, because the guy just came and started painting versus waiting on us to do the thing. Our group. No, we can do it again. Okay.
Catherine, you do talking a while. Hi! Welcome back to our channel.
Thanks so much for watching.
Today we are doing another J.A.K.E Hack. We stay doing these renovation projects, and this is just another one. We are going to be talking about another room renovation. So we talked about a little bit earlier. You guys can check back in the videos. We did one talking about Catherine's room renovation. And it's still Catherine's room renovation.
Whatever.
We're still renovating for Catherine.
Yeah.
They're dramatic, guys. That's not really what's going on. What's going on is that they're pushing me out of my room. That's the real story, okay?
We're trying to help her achieve her dream room. That is what is happening, okay?
It really
That's what's
is.
happening.
It really is
So,
my dream room.
right, because if you guys remember in the last video, we talked about the fact that she wants to move to the other side of the house so that she could have all of these different things. And so now the room has become available and we're like, move over. But Catherine is a baby bird. You need to shove her out of the nest. Just fling her. Just, yeah?
Alright.
Or else she's not gonna move out of the nest.
We do not advocate for domestic violence on this channel.
It's called encouragement, right?
Okay.
And a little bit of tough love. So sometimes she really needs that, like, push first and then a little bit of encouragement as we go along.
So, how it started was that we had family that was going to come and stay with us for a while. And we decided the room that they're staying in, which is supposed to be Catherine's new room, it needs some work. Like, it's not been painted in a while. It just looks so boring. So we decided on our whim, let's paint the room. So we got back the paint that was exactly like Catherine's dream, that whole powder pink look and the grey, and we got someone to come and paint it. And when he came and he painted, we were just like, can you paint the bathroom too? The bathroom, what color was the bathroom?
Like a yellowy color.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
yellow.
So we're just like, we want to look brighter, so we didn't know what color to paint it, so we decided to just paint it white. And can I tell you that when he painted it white, it was like a world of difference.
Yes.
We stay thinking that the light is on because it just looks so bright and beautiful in there, guys. It was amazing. This whole time, Catherine is just like, no, she doesn't want to move. And we're just like, whatever, you don't have to move, but we're setting up this room because we like it. So we're going to set it up until you are ready.
Yes, so after we finished doing that, the whole space, it just gave the whole space a new look. Persons were in the room before, so us doing that almost made the space feel fresh and alive. So, Catherine, why didn't you want to move into the room?
I still haven't moved into the room. Let's just point that out. Okay? Because I am a person who likes to follow structure. So it is not about being a baby bird. It is about knowing that things have to follow a certain path. The room needs work because we had a crack in there and we were concerned about foundational problems. And we still haven't actually checked the foundation. So imagine I move into the room tomorrow. I want to do a whole bunch of construction. I want to put in things and the room just go and collapse on me. What are y'all going to do if that were to happen?
Because the other room is still there. It's not like that room goes away.
Or we can say it's indoor, outdoor living.
Hey, I love that. I love that.
No, it's ridiculous. So that was really my concern. I wanted everything to just go in a certain order because it made sense. It didn't make sense for me to think, oh, let us paint the room, fill the cracks, and then 2 years from now we're hearing, you're actually going to have to tear down this whole thing. You're going to have to open up the wall again and put in something. And then we're starting from scratch.
For me, I would enjoy the room for the 2 years at least. You know what I mean? What's the worst that's going to happen when you've been in there 2 years and then 2 years later you're here? We need to do something else.
I'm going to have to move out all of my stuff again. I don't like moving. It's a hard process.
You don't have that much things.
Especially since we renovated her room the last time and threw away half of her things. So she really doesn't have that much.
whatever.
So what we have done now is that there's beds in the room and there's a fan, and every couple of nights you see her come and sleep in the room.
Yeah.
So like, oh, she's taking steps.
Or sitting there and just hang out.
Mm-hmm. So she's making progress. Other nights
they kicked me out. What was I supposed to do?
Nobody kicked her out.
You guys took the entire den and gave it to mommy. So now we have one little living room that all of us are sharing because mommy is in the den. So when I want to just hang out by myself, I have to find a new room to hang out in.
you could still hang out in your bedroom.
Oh. Well, you know how they say that you're not supposed to spend all your time in your bedroom?
No. Because before you would spend all your time in your bedroom and complain that we are in your bedroom. It's a new hang space, guys. So stay in your bedroom.
What do you have to say? Nothing.
I'm gonna think of something.
Nothing. The fact that we made it better, she don't want it. She don't want to jump on it.
Oh, whatever. I'm not in the room yet.
Right. So by where are we now? By the beginning of March, we're gonna have her fully moved into the room, and we are going to probably do like a little picture thing about that. Yeah. So we're excited about that. So this is in the process. So what we did, to just tell you guys everything, we got a painter to come and paint. We use the color Iris Ice. Don't sleep on that color. It's so beautiful. Yeah. It's like a nice pink, but it's really pale, so it could almost pass like a white with a hint of pink. It's a Berger color. So Iris Ice is the name of that color. And we painted the room. It looks lovely. And same for the bathroom. What we did was just the primer white. That's actually what we had because we weren't sure the color of the room yet. So we just used a little primer white. And the guy was like, if you're going to paint it white, then maybe you should have used 303 from Berger. And we're like, we didn't plan on doing that. Yeah. But he did the work, right? Like when you go in there, you can't say, this need a touch of paint.
Yeah.
No. He's
really
so good. He's so good.
And then Judine was just hell bent on us having all the faucets and fixtures being black. But we were just like, we're not changing all the faucets because this is that temporary, like a temporary facelift until the major facelift. But Judine was just like, no, I feel like if we spray paint it, we can do it. And you know what the girl did? She spray painted it black and got a, what was that, matte color? Matte coating? It's a clear matte coating.
No, the paint itself is matte.
Yeah.
The spray paint is matte, but then you get a clear coat. That's also
clear coat over it. And guys, it works. More times I forget that it was spray paint. It was spray painted.
Yeah.
It works if you want to change some fixtures and some faucets and some handles or whatever. You can go spray painting it.
Yeah.
It does work, guys.
Mm-hmm. And it lasts.
Yes.
So I thought that by a couple of uses you just see the spray paint falling off, but it doesn't. I actually went online. YouTube is your friend, guys, and I looked up to see if it was possible. So how you do it is you use a sandpaper, a very low grade, and you kind of like just sand off whatever you want to use first. Wash it off, let that dry completely. Because if there's water on it, I learned the hard way. The paint is gonna peel all the way off. It starts all over from scratch. So there's this thing called a primer. It's usually a gray color or a white color in terms of the primer spray paint. So you spray paint everything. The color I used was gray. And you let that dry. Let it dry. Okay? Once again, learn the hard way. Let it dry. Great? Once that's dry, then you spray on the other color that you want. So some people actually spray their faucets back silver. Like if it was silver and it starts to look a little dull, they get the metallic silver and they spray it silver. Who want to spray it gold and all of those stuff. So we wanted a matte black because ultimately that's the color scheme that Catherine wants in the bathroom. She wants a black and white bathroom. She actually bought the fixtures and everything that she wants already in the space. I was just like, well, until we do that big renovation, because as she said, we have to do some checks and so on. Until then, let's get a touch of what it's gonna look like, and it really gave the space a lift.
It did. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it should be really, really good. And I did the sink faucet, the shower faucet, and the shower head. So it's really cool.
It is, yeah. Many persons liked it. We also did some renovations. As you heard, we moved out of the living room that we had into the other living room, which is smaller, but it gives us like the whole side of it's smaller. That whole side of the house is not ours. Mm-hmm. And we had a very large entertainment center thing. What do you call it?
A whatnot.
Whatnot. Like it was huge. It was huge. And we're just like, no, we don't want such a big thing in there. So we actually, Catherine and Ashley actually sawed off the parts that we didn't want, and you just know so much nicer and prettier.
I even forgot that we did that. It just feels like that's what it always was, you know?
Yes.
Yeah,
So they sawed it off, and what the things that they took off, we're gonna use as side tables, and then we sanded down the thing and stained it because you know we
good
stayed
at
now.
that now. We good at that. We good at that.
Because we did the chairs, yeah. So we stained it.
Yeah, so we have like a real minimal look going to our spaces now. Martha doesn't go for it too much. She wants empty.
You need to put stuff on the wall, man.
No, we're into minimal, some indoor plants for good oxygen and stuff. But
and that's
really nice, guys. It was a labor of love.
Yes, a labor of annoying love.
And we did
unwanted
it. We did it
love.
in one day.
We did all of that in one day.
We did everything in one day. We painted and
we moved over.
Oh my gosh.
We sawed off those things, stained it, everything one day, one Saturday.
Well, if you think about it, we started the Friday before because we cleaned out the room itself. So that Saturday morning, Catherine left with her friend and they went for brunch. Yeah. And by the time she came back, everything was changed. Yeah. The place was painted. We had moved all the furniture and everything into the space for the living room area. We had the plumber there because we even changed the toilet. Yeah. Okay? We even got the toilet changed in that bathroom. Yeah, we had the plumber there to do that, and he helped me with the fixtures in terms of taking off what I needed so I could spray paint them. And yeah, it was a whole day's worth of project.
I'm convinced that like our plumber, painter, contractor, they just hear from us, hey, what are you doing at 10 o'clock today? You can come by? Okay, sure, come by. Like, that's how it really goes.
At the most, we'll give them a day's notice. At the
maybe
most,
2 days.
Because for the painter, we'll call him the day before and he was just like, oh, I can't come today, but I'll come tomorrow. We're like, tomorrow's perfect. Come, let's paint.
Yeah. And then mommy got so inspired by her white bathroom that she painted her bathroom white, so he came back the next day and painted that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we really do call them a lot.
Yep. Yeah.
We do call them a lot.
And knows. Oh, Miss Betty. Yeah. It's Miss Betty. All of we are Miss Betty.
Yes, every single one of us.
So guys, that's just a little bit about what we did in terms of the beginning of the renovations. You know, as Catherine said, there's some other things that we need to check out before we can finish the renovations. But even so, that's one of my tips. Yeah. Don't let the fullness of the project or the scope of the project stop you from making any kind of steps or progress that you can make right now. Because I remember when I wanted to move into the room that we actually tape in now, one of the things that I wanted to do was to change the floor. And I didn't do that until long after I moved into the room. But the point is, you get into the space, you get to feel the space, and I even changed the idea of what I wanted to do with the floor altogether. So, paint, we said this before, always. Painting a space just lifts everything, right? Getting new fixtures. So if you have an old dresser and you want to paint it, you can probably change out the handles to make it more modern or whatever it is. For us, we just spray painted the faucets and fixtures in the bathroom. Yeah. And maybe just changing around a space. So a space that used to be a living room can turn into a bedroom or a den or a kitchen. I don't know how your house is set up. Maybe that can't really work. But sometimes...
even like turn around the furniture itself in that room. Sometimes.
People always say feng shui, but I think it's just to clean properly. If you don't move it, you can't get the dirt out. Come on now. Move around your furniture. Good.
It just gives a different look and feel.
Yes. And sometimes when you turn it another way, you realize how big the space actually feels now. So, yeah.
So, yes, guys, this is our in the middle kind of story of what is going to come. And we hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any tips for us, anything that you've learned along the way, please share them in the comments below so that you can know how this journey is continuing, and we'll keep you up to date. So remember to
like, comment,
share,
subscribe,
hit the bell. Bye.